Welcome to the Roster Gaming Podcast. It is Monday, the 21st of November, but you'll probably be hearing this on Friday because we're doing it a bit earlier this time.
Yeah,
unless we post it like straight after, who knows?
No.
We're not going to do that. I'm Stephen, here with Jake, Matt and Rob. How are you guys doing?
I'm good.
Very good. Yeah, solid.
Very solid.
How have your weeks been?
Also very solid.
Well, I mean, it's been like 3 days since we recorded this, so how's your weekend been?
It's been very Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I suppose we'll jump right into Pokemon then, because you guys have all played it, and I have it, but I haven't played it because I'm just a weird person about some things. Does anyone want to go first? I know Jake's played like 25, 28 hours.
28 hours.
Yeah. And then Rob's probably less than that, and Matt's probably
about
less than
half
that.
yeah. So, what's our first thing? What starters did everyone get?
Rowlet.
Rowlet?
The grass one.
That's Rowlet.
Yeah.
What did you pick?
Rowlet.
Oh.
So we've got 3 Rowlets, and
I'm
Ren,
gonna
what are you going to grab?
I'm going to get Poplio when I started
one
tonight.
you said you're going to get Litten.
I wanted to get Litten, but I let my girlfriend pick my starter. So I got the bow tie.
He does have a bow tie. I feel like you guys might be liking it since you played it a fair bit.
I love it. I've only played like 5 or 6 hours, but I love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
One thing that I know we all like that we talked about is probably the best feature they've introduced in numerous generations is that you catch up one in the wild and then bam, you get the choice whether you want to add it to your party or send it to the box.
Yeah.
Like it's
really
been needing
cool.
that for so long.
Yeah, so if you have the full party, you can just swap it out. Like it's just they've made so many better quality of life upgrades.
It's just the little things that it'd be so hard to go back now.
Yeah. The quality of life in the game is greatly improved.
So, like, it feels better to play. Like, there's nothing in the way of you having fun.
Yeah,
Would you guys say?
Yeah.
It definitely feels like a vast improvement over the
Yeah.
X and Y in terms of just the little things. But without going into spoilers too much, I have some negative takes on it
Okay.
Me too.
that I'm just sort of like...
I've heard that the first 2 hours are really long.
It is. It is a long grind. It's good. It's good for newcomers to the series
Exactly.
that need an introduction, but then you get all the people that I wouldn't call us hardcore players by any means, but like people who have played almost all the games and just want to get straight into the action and have to just sit there and spam A for an hour and a half just to get past all the cutscenes and introductions to
The
everything.
game is very cutscene-y.
Do you think they did that because they thought more people would come from Pokemon Go
Yeah,
and
definitely.
think like, oh, we need to actually get them in on
There's
how this game
definitely
works?
a Pokemon Go. Like, you see a lot of the first gen Pokemon in, so far as I've played, it's like, I'd say mostly first gen Pokemon. So I
Yeah,
think there's
there are
influence
a
there.
lot.
But like, I think like having cutscenes and that kind of thing is like, obviously it takes longer, but it's not bad. Like,
When you guys say
Yeah.
cutscenes, is this like... I should probably get close to the microphone. Is this like cuts between faces and stuff and like different angles and stuff? It's
Yeah.
not just like...
which is something you don't see in Pokemon. I think
Yeah.
it's cool. It's new. It's different.
It's not voiced, is it?
That's why
No.
it's
Yeah, okay.
it's a great addition, but they've just overdone it. Like the next installment, I think they'd probably be able to find a better spot. But it's your first time trying it, you don't know what's too much, what's too little.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah. Going back to...
Pardon me.
Bless you.
I think
Going back to their roots a bit as well.
Yeah, for the first time ever playing a Pokemon, I'm really intrigued by the story.
Mm.
Like, the story has me, like, wanting to play it more. It's not just like, well, I just want to train up, beat the Elite Four. Like, it's got some interesting things going on that make you, like, want to get to the next town, see what's going on. So it's not just, run through the gyms,
Yeah,
hit
just
the Elite Four, and end game. Like,
Yeah.
I'm actually excited to see where the story goes. I'm not just waiting for the end game.
and because it doesn't follow your typical 8 gym leaders, Elite Four. You
Exactly.
don't really know what's going to happen. Like, because they could easily throw you a curveball that changes everything.
You wouldn't think that they would change something that drastically as the gyms.
But I like it. It's worked out well.
Yeah, but it has turned out quite well so far.
Like, just from what I've done without spoiling any of the particulars, like I've done a few of the trials and they're all very different. None of them are the same, no two are the same, and it's really good. It's good to have some variety in the game for once.
Yeah.
It's cool, and I find like obviously with every Pokemon game there's linearity, and you go through this bit and you kind of explore where you can, and then go to the next bit. But at least at the start, kind of first couple towns and areas, it's very like, I don't know, it's more flowing, and it's not like just walk this way straight this way and up here, and it's more like there's a couple ways you can get to places, and
Okay, so
it's a really cool
yeah.
map. Like, it's not like from A to B. It's you can go around here and do other stuff. It's
Do you think that's like a virtue of the fact they've got it done as islands, so it's not like, you know, like there's roads obviously, but like because they're round islands, maybe it's more you explore the whole island rather than
Yeah, I think that's
part of
bit,
the
and then you go
yeah.
to another part of the continent and you go back to almost where you start.
Yeah,
just
just
go to
more
another
flexible.
part. Like yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favourite addition / what they've taken away would be taking out HMs.
Oh really?
They're like you could use like I'm sure the moves are still around, but you don't have to have a Pokemon with Surf to surf on water. It's all done in their little, I don't know what they call them again, their pages. And it's just like, oh, you can use this Tauros to smash through these rocks, or you can use this Lapras to go there, and you call on it
So it's
at
like
any point.
a virtue of the Pokemon rather than a specific move.
Yeah.
Yep.
So any Pokemon that could learn Surf in the old games would be able to surf in this one?
No. So how it works is you get a pager and then you meet these people as you go along your journey, and then they say, oh, this is my Charizard or whatever. When you need to fly, just click on it in the pager, call it, it'll come to you and fly you to where you need to go.
Oh, okay.
Or, this is my Lapras. Same deal for that, for going across water.
So it's kind of like...
So it's not like you don't have to have a HM slave.
Yeah, Pokemon Uber.
It's
Exactly.
it's cool because I feel I'm pretty far in and I don't think I'll be getting a bike.
Yeah.
They've taken that out and you can just ride a Pokemon around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just call
But is it
your
a Pokemon from your party?
No.
No. So
Oh.
they're...
I don't like that.
Yeah. I'm not
It's-
sure how I feel about that either.
It's interesting.
It's easy to talk about it and not have experience it. When you go through it and it happens to you, I think you'll like it a little bit more.
It
I
plays
haven't
really
read
well.
fast,
It
yeah.
plays-
That's what I mean. It's
obviously-
like just talking about it, it's like, oh, I don't know,
Yeah.
but
It
it's
hasn't
you
shown up
have
for you,
to
man.
you have to feel
No,
it.
I'm not
6
that.
hours in? Okay.
I think
I'm taking it real slow. I'm doing it
Yeah.
really slow. I'm trying to catch everything.
It is pretty far in the game. You get this stuff.
Yeah, okay.
I like
Yeah.
the mini map on the bottom screen.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a
yeah.
mini
You can
map,
see where we are.
and it actually shows you where you need to go next with a little objective. Which sometimes in previous Pokemon games you can get a little lost.
Yeah.
Oh
and
yeah.
just not know where you are.
That's kind
what
of
you
got
need to do.
Built in with the, I suppose, what we were saying before about the cutscenes and like the story. It's like, it's not just you by yourself. It's kind of like, while you are by yourself and stuff, it's like you're trying to get to the next point and meet with the next people and
Yeah. There's like...
It's all about the story of you
Rather-
and everyone around you.
Yeah,
Not
and-
just
yeah.
not just it's this one guy doing everything. There are other people around you, like kids your age, doing the
Yeah,
trials
okay.
and that. You're not the savior who's going to come beat the Elite Four and change the world.
What I really like about it is I see where I need to go, which means I can explore all around it
Yeah.
and then work my way up to
Yeah.
my objective. Like
Yeah.
instead of walking away and being like, oh, this is the right way, so I need to go back,
Go back
and look
later.
around.
Yeah.
I know where I need to go, so I know what I can.
Yeah,
look
so I
around
need to
and
go explore this other direction
Exactly.
first and get all the items from there. Yeah, exactly.
But it's
um,
Pokemon. It's
yeah.
good shit.
It's good.
It's
Um,
very good.
Do you guys want to talk about... Well, because we might do a Pokemon podcast in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's why I
Do
think
you
I
guys-
think that's enough first impressions on
Yeah,
Pokemon.
I think we won't talk negatives just yet. Maybe
Yes,
go
we'll
back
give
to the
it a
intro.
bit more play before
Yeah,
we.
because I think that might be... Because next week we'll do a basketball one.
And then the
Yeah,
week
and
after,
the week after,
we'll
maybe.
we'll all be well and truly into the game
Yeah.
by then. So.
Alright, that sounds doable. So, considering that wasn't the focus of this podcast, maybe we should bring up what is. We're doing a 2K review podcast sort of thing.
yeah, NBA 2K17.
Yeah, because we haven't really got one person whose views would be like, yeah, we're happy with that as a review. We'll have sort of differing opinions on it and the series as a whole sort of thing.
Yeah.
I sort of thought it'd be good to spend, I don't know, half an hour hashing out how we feel about it and stuff.
And especially because 2K is like, on a personal level, it's pretty important to us. Like,
yeah.
It's how the four of us got together, I suppose.
Our friendship was probably built over 2K11.
Mate,
My
it was
mate-
100% built on 2K.
bringing
That
Jason
Ray
to the
Allen
group.
dagger cemented our friendship.
Good old 2K15, 14, 13, 12,
11.
11.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't even know. We've played a bunch
It
of
was
them.
We played a lot of
2K11.
2K. I think it was 11.
It was-
Actually, it might have been 12, just because...
No, it was 11 because I
Okay,
remember.
yeah.
I remember before that was when I started being friends with Jake, and then after that was when me and Jake started talking a bit, and then he was giving me shit because I ordered my 2K12 online, and it was taking weeks to get there when he got his in-store on release. But I was like, yeah, mine was $11 cheaper. Oh, cool! I just missed out on 2.5 weeks of playing it.
Yeah.
So
Every
2K is
year-
pretty important to us.
Every year, the release of 2K
Is hype.
is hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That this
Whether we get it
year-
or not.
Well, and I think... Yeah. And I think it's got an interesting intersection with... Like, our website is literally
Yeah,
video
yeah.
games and basketball.
Exactly.
And this is the one. Like, there's no...
This is the niche.
There's no NBA Live from EA that we can also talk about. Like, if you're going to talk about that, it's this. And Like, is there anything else? NBA Jam.
Basketball GM.
Basketball GM.
Basketball GM.
Jam.
Yeah.
You don't give a shit.
My NBA 2K70.
There's that like 90s game, the Charles Barkley one,
Which sounds gross.
which sounds awesome. I've got that on my laptop and I haven't played it yet, but I'm keen to play it. I guess we'll start with the fact we've got. I feel like we've got two people very against this version of 2K, which is me and Jake. We both very have strong negative opinions about it.
I say start with one of the againsts.
You sure you want to talk about?
Yeah, no, because then it gives me a chance to rebut things.
Okay, because Rob likes 2K and Matt, it depends on the day. He's sort of in the middle on it.
Yeah, literally. One day I hate it, and then I'll be like, I should play 2K
Yeah, I should play
again.
some 2K. It's got a lot of draw for us, even when we're annoyed at it.
Absolutely.
It's just like
Draw 4 triggered.
draw 4.
The fact that we love basketball so much means that even if like the game isn't that amazing,
Yeah.
we'll still be interested enough in
I
it.
want to like.
Except for S Ren.
I want to start with. Alright, well, my story is interesting. I'll go to that in a second. I want to start with. It is a good game in the sense that if you just look at how it simulates basketball, it simulates NBA basketball to a pretty good level.
It does, and
yeah.
we give it a lot of flack, and we'll go into the negatives and
that's
stuff.
what I
But
mean,
it's
is-
still the best one we've got.
That was one of
Yeah.
the things I wanted to talk about was I think the reason 2K gets so much hate is because the potential it has. Everyone hates it because they love it. They just want it to be the best that it can be.
Yeah,
If this was a vacuum and we just started playing it, I'm sure we'd be like,
We'd be like,
yeah,
oh
it's
my
a
god,
really
whoa,
good
this is
game.
so
Yeah.
realistic. But
Even-
now it's just
yeah.
like, oh, the ball fucking bounced over the rim again. God damn it, Bungie, let's go.
We're very much in the weeds on like what we expect from this game.
Even though I have a lot of negative takes on 2K, it is the best sports game on the market.
Yeah.
By far. In terms of their presentation.
Well, I don't know, I can still buy Ricky Ponting cricket on eBay.
In terms of their presentation before the game, you
Yeah,
know,
that's
player
true.
interviews, coach interviews, quarter time interviews, halftime show, it is the best gaming or sports game on the
Experience.
market
It
right
is.
now.
which is funny because a lot of that stuff you take for granted, and you
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
focus on when you're
And
playing.
people just skip through it, but if
Yeah.
they didn't offer it, then people would be like, oh, it's just game. What's that?
Yeah,
With gameplay, I think it feels better than last year against
You mean
the computer.
with the 5,000 new animations?
Last year, I felt it was like it, like didn't feel like playing basketball because like last year it was really floaty, right? Like when you play basketball, it's a lot of quick movements, like
Yeah.
a lot of powerful like running and then changing direction and stuff, and like slamming the ball and like it's just like I felt it was really floaty, and it's like it's not like NBA players are like playing on ice where they like you try and stop them and they sort of like jog to a stop and then turn around. I think this one does a lot better job of like the stop start changing direction nature of basketball, which I like more.
yeah.
It looks incredible.
Yeah.
The graphics are top notch. Runs at 60 FPS on both consoles. Some of the player models are a bit hit and miss. Kevin
Yeah.
Durant comes to
You've
mind.
hated Kevin Durant since you
Yeah.
saw it in a trailer.
It's a big miss.
Yeah.
He is too skinny. Like
Yeah.
it is. But some other models they've got like dead on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you get your
Yeah.
players, like even like you look at your rookies, like Brandon Ingram looks spot on. It's like, and considering how similar body type he has to KD in the game, KD's obviously just bigger than him, so you just think where are they going with that?
When I'm
Yeah.
thinking about graphics and gameplay, though, I sort of just feel like what else can they do that's gonna break the lid off? Like I feel like they're at a ceiling right now. Like they're not gonna massively upgrade their graphics like they did from last gen to
Yeah.
current gen. Like that's not gonna be happening for a long
2K13 to 14 was
Yeah.
the biggest jump I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's like one of the things is like they always want to tweak their simulation stuff, and I'm sure there are some facets where they can get it better and stuff. And I think on some level, like they almost don't want it to get too realistic because they want it to be an esport. So like stuff like where how you can't throw like a half court pass because you'll throw it over.
over the person's
Because,
head.
and that's like we can throw those passes. NBA players can obviously throw those passes.
It's
but
annoying, but if you had people like, because they do have tournaments for 2K with your pro-am tournaments and that. If they had that that in the game, you just get people that obviously cheese it and just throw their half-court passes and dunk the ball from half-court. And
So yeah, it's a concession to the simulation in terms of like they want it to be competitive still. And there's sort of like that's always going to be a bit of a push-pull. Yeah, I won't go into my career just yet because I think we're still talking about this, but they've done some stuff with that as well.
Yeah.
Every year it's like, oh, now we've got the dribble stick. And it's just like, didn't you have the dribble stick 2 years ago?
Yeah.
They
Like,
keep changing the controls up and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I think I don't like the controls. I think they should be simpler and then like with more advanced. Like I feel like the way they should build it, which they sort of have it, is like you can play a simple basketball game and then as you get more skilled, you can add these moves on and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the time, if you gave someone who doesn't play 2K
Yeah.
a controller, they're going to be like, why can't I just shoot and pass?
Yeah,
like,
that's
why
like-
is this?
That's like one thing that I've never shot sticked. I've never done it. I just never got into it. I'm like, the square button's just as good for me. It does
Yeah.
the exact
Have
same
you
thing.
changed this year?
Still no.
Right.
And
yeah.
it still works fine for me. I
Yeah.
still, you know,
And that's like something-
dominating online, that sort of thing.
Something I think you want is that's something that players who don't play 2K a lot can use. I use the shot stick just because I think I got into it when it released and I haven't changed because
Yeah.
I think
like
it's
that.
too hard for a new player to come in and just be thrown at the pro stick.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
It is,
you need
it
to
is
do
very
this,
complicated. You need
Yeah.
to flick it this way and this way and then this way to do this certain
Absolutely, yeah.
move.
and
It's
hold
very
turbo,
complicated.
And it doesn't really seem interested in teaching you if you don't already know.
No,
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
you go specifically into the tutorial modes.
Which I
And even those
they're
are not
They're
very
not
helpful
great, yeah.
at all.
Yeah,
they
they're
tell you
not.
how to do it, but then that's it.
They don't really go like
They
they
don't-
do a little video.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to be live. They need to not stop the action
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
show you,
absolutely.
and then be like,
Absolutely.
"Here, go do it."
Yeah.
They need to be like someone next. I don't know how they could do it, but it can't be stop the action, then you do it.
Yeah.
Like, it needs to be better. Like,
Yeah.
And because the dribble moves are so good in the game, like to pull off like some Jamal Crawford's dribble moves are like the coolest things you can do. But if you don't know how to do them,
Yeah.
you'll
You're just
never
never
end
gonna
up
pull it
doing
off.
Yeah. Jake, you mentioned that you liked the 2K gameplay for when you're playing against the computer, but
But against other people, I hate it.
It's
Yeah.
too easy.
I honestly, I
Like-
feel like you cannot play defense
Everything goes in.
at all.
That's why you're getting games where in previous years it'd be, 45 to 51. This year it's 76 to 74, and it's like you clearly tweak something. Like, why is it so
Yeah,
easy?
it's so
I feel
hard.
like it's just whoever has the highest rated team is going to win.
I feel like when you have the ball and you attack the other player that the person is controlling, you can just do whatever you want.
It's
to
so
them.
hard to stay in front of guys on
They,
defense.
they can't. If you know what you're doing with the sticks, they cannot.
It's
they cannot
it's
check
just
you.
the speeds that are so
Yeah.
variable and like it's so hard just to like say to your player just stay here and if they move across you move across. You have to because you're either printing sprint or you're trying to turbo it and there's no just like be strong
yeah.
and like not move wildly. It's just it's weird.
And when
Why?
you get blown by, and then the help's coming, corner 3.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like
And they always oh man
The
that's so
help
frustrating.
defense is disgusting.
It
in that
is.
game.
one thing I find as well is playing online. You find a lot more people that just guard off ball now, who
Yeah.
don't guard the ball handler, who just like, okay, I'll be a center and I'll just guard the center, and that means you just playing the CPU. Why play online if you're only playing the CPU with someone playing off ball?
Yeah,
Like,
when lag gets thrown into it and you're playing
Oh.
someone online, it is really tough to not throw the controller against the
it is.
wall.
It has taken me years to master the lag,
Ugh.
or even then, you still get times where you just can't do anything.
Sometimes you just feel like the game doesn't want you to win
Yeah.
when you're playing
Yeah.
online. Or if you have a big lead, like the game is forcing the comeback
Yeah.
on the other player.
That's
don't
why I
the
find
2K algorithm.
Whenever I have a big
2K
lead,
algo.
it sucks to play like this, but I feel like I have to waste clock because it's just like if I don't and I keep shooting, I'm just going to keep missing and I'm just
Yeah.
going to keep getting it back and scoring.
Yeah, Matt, anything else about the gameplay?
I think we've done it right. I
Yeah.
find myself in a weird spot where I'll get frustrated. Oh, firstly, the passing is terrible. like
Yeah.
trying to pass to a player and it goes to like the other side of the court, and you're like,
have any
it's not
have
where I
any
was
of you
aiming.
played it post patch? Icon passing is completely fucked. It's
Wow.
gone. It's not in the game.
Oh,
you
that's
can click
great.
icon,
You almost
but
have to.
but over them the icons don't show up. So they're all there. You can do it, but you just have to know which
You don't
player's
know which
playing what
one-
position.
Oh man, that's annoying.
So it's like, oh, cool. That's good for someone like who knows everything. But then when you're playing, say, like my career or something, and you've got say I play on the Wolves, and you got Gorgie, D, and Townsend. Who's playing the 4? Who's playing the 5?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you just gotta
It
hopefully
should
you're pressing the
probably
right
tell you
one.
that.
And I hate that you need to icon pass, otherwise you will not pass where
You'll
you
pass
want
to the
pass.
wrong
Yeah.
guy.
You'll have like a guy running in on the pick and roll, and you'll go, I'm going in this direction, and it'll go like a similar direction, but to the guy who's being guarded at the 3-point line. And it's
Yeah,
like, I have an open man rolling to the rim.
Rolling to the rim, the
even
skip
though,
pass.
even though they're in the same general direction, why would I want to pass it all the way over there to a contested man when I've got like an open player there?
That's what I mean. It's,
So
but
frustrating.
that's one thing we've also got to keep in mind is it's so easy to say this should be so easy and that just why is to do that. But if 2K had an easy fix for it, they would have fixed it by
Yeah,
now.
making games is not
Absolutely.
easy.
But it seems like there should be some like
That's what I mean.
I don't know if people
It's been like this for years.
I know people would like it, but like some like logical play pass, where like even if you're going in the same direction, even if you've got the direction slightly wrong, it'll go to the open shot. I don't know if that's taking it too far though.
The passing should be like favoured towards the screen.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a favourable passing to like the better play. But I find the other gameplay thing that I find frustrating is that I'm not like a great player, and I'm really in between difficulties.
Okay.
I can't remember which ones they are, but
I'm
like,
always between All-Star and Superstar.
I think it might be the same one, or around about there, where I play against one and I'll finish the game. I'll win by 15 points.
Yeah.
If I play on the other one, I'll lose by 15 points.
Yeah, that would
and
be
I can never get myself back into the game. And so I try and play like half on this and half on that, and then I get really frustrated on the half.
Yeah, because then you get dominated,
Yeah.
and then you're like, "Oh, this is too easy."
Yeah,
it
it
sucks.
I don't know if there's a fix there.
That's why I play on. One thing I found has been good has been playing on All Star with real player percentages.
Right, I never tried real player percentages.
Okay.
Does that affect both teams?
That's like based on their actual NBA stats.
So
they shoot that well.
Yeah,
or?
so you do also have to time the shots.
Yeah.
But it's not like if you time them perfectly all the time, they're not always going to go in.
Okay.
And if you mistime them, they're not always going to miss.
Okay.
I think the hardest difficulty Hall of Fame should make it so it's the realest it could be to a basketball game.
Yeah.
But when I play Hall of Fame and I finish the match, I say to myself, that was not basketball.
Yeah.
It's like, oh cool, I just played a solid
threes.
1v5.
Yeah.
It's not the CPU getting better, it's just your teammates are consistently getting
Oh
worse.
yeah, that's the way they work, especially in my career, is the higher you put the difficulty, it doesn't change how the opposition plays.
I can still drop 45 a game, 45
yeah,
triple
it changes.
double,
It changes.
but then it's like no one on my team's doing anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It changes the percentages your team shoots and like the passes they make.
And
it doesn't change your position.
You'll go to the bench up 20 and you'll come back in down 20 in 5 minutes. And it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thanks for that game.
Thanks,
I think we should move on to my career since we're already
Before we talk about my
in.
career, I think we should talk about my team since I'm the only one here that plays it.
Well,
This will be a really quick one. That's why I reckon if we just get it.
This will not be quick.
Because I was going to leave because Jake's got...
Oh, Jake, do you have takes on it too?
I have takes.
Okay, then we can go. Like, I thought I was the only one who had any
my.
takes on it, so I'd be like, bang, done. Alright.
That's the scandal at the moment. That I was going to leave.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about it. Okay,
Jake was
cool.
telling me in the car last night, Matt, and...
Okay, let's hang on. Let's just skip. We'll talk about it when we get there. Let's go
Let's get back to
bang
the
into my
minor
career.
Yeah. So my career is what... So what happened with me in the game, right, is after I finished my exams with uni, I went out and I was like, yeah, I'm going to get myself some games as a reward. So I went out and got myself Mafia 3, which I finished and I love. And I got 2K17. So I was playing 2K17 that night. I was doing my career, made my guy, got through college and stuff. It was all good. And then I got into the actual NBA season. And in the game, what happens is day to day, you've got training, you've got endorsement things where you go and get paid to do advertising and stuff. And you've got actual games. So what happened was I was doing that. Wasn't really having a fun time. I was confused by a lot of the numbers and like, what is going on here? I played one of the games and that was fine and stuff. The next day, so I did everything that day. I did all 3 trainings. I did the endorsement and I played the game. Next day, you get text in game as well. I got a text from my coach saying, "Why didn't you show up at practice yesterday?" And for some reason, this snapped a primal fury in my mind. So the next day...
Because of course you'd gone to training.
Yeah, I'd done everything. Like, I had not played anything wrong at this point.
You woke up, shoot around, went to practice.
Yeah, I did everything.
Woke up, shoot around, did an endorsement, went to practice, shot around, another endorsement, another shoot around.
I did everything they asked, and they weren't happy enough, so I took it back to JB, and I got it replaced with Dragon Quest Builders, because I cracked the shits with it. So my 2K experience has been maybe 8 hours.
Short and not sweet.
Yeah, no, I played the Prelude, which is like their demo that they put out.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was alright, and I was like, yeah, I want to play more of this. And then I played more of it, and I was like, well...
But then that's what everyone's going to think, you put your best foot forward.
Yeah, I'd say so. How do you guys feel about my career?
My career, I think the name of the mode is a lie.
Yeah.
I do not think
it is Justice Young's career.
Yeah, I do not think that the game is my career at all. I think I'm thrown into all these situations where I have no choice. I can't choose what my player wants to say. I just don't have enough choice.
And I don't understand how they've like completely gotten rid of all this when they used to have it all.
That's true. You used to have like 4
You used
different
to have,
options.
yeah, exactly. Whether you want to be an arrogant dick, whether you
Yeah.
want to be, you know,
It used to
carefree, this sort of thing. But
Your
now,
post-game conferences, you get to choose. But now, do you even have
Now you get in your post-game press conferences, the best thing you get is getting interviewed by Shaq and Ernie.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, cool. No matter what I say, it has no consequence, so I'm just going to spam A until you stop.
And again, the lack of being able to do what you want. You have attribute caps. I can't make a center that can just do Steph Curry ball handling. Why can't I? Why can I not choose an offline mode? This doesn't affect the My Park, doesn't affect anything online, but I can make my center who just drives
like,
and
that's
does
what I mean.
bullshit.
I understand why they want to cap attributes like that, so you don't like forward park for people who just abuse.
Yeah.
But then it's like have an offline mode where you can create these, unrealistic machines that just dominate the league.
I think one of the philosophies of 2K that I found with the My Team thing we're going to talk about later, and this is that 2K is interested in they want players to play their game in a very specific way, and if players aren't doing that, they're not going to accommodate for that. They're going to say, no, this is how you play the game. Stop breaking it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and a part of that is that these attribute caps are all done in categories as well, not in individual stats, which does make sense because you don't really get better at one thing. Just 3-point shooting and not improve off the dribble or that kind of thing. But some things do need to be broken up, like the fact that you have one stat for defense.
Yeah.
Just because if you want to make someone who's really good at steals, they're also going to be crazy good at blocks, which doesn't make a lot of sense a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Chris Paul he's one of the best stealers in the league, but he doesn't block shots ever.
Yeah.
So
and that doesn't make him a bad defender.
Yeah,
just
it's
same
not
the same as
he's good at he's good at defense, which means he's good at all of the defensive things.
Yeah, the same as someone who just blocks shots, and just because they're not getting steals doesn't mean they're
not a good defender.
A middling defender.
Yeah.
It means they're good at defense.
Gobert, like Rudy Gobert, he doesn't
Yeah.
steal that many, but he gets tons of blocks.
Yeah.
So. Is he a bad defender now? No.
Yeah.
They started with the Spike Lee joint film really emphasizing your off the court that's not basketball related.
Yeah.
And it's just cringy. I find myself cringing throughout it all.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit through it. And my career is a really grindy mode.
Yeah.
If you don't want to buy the VC.
100%.
It is a very grindy mode, which in the past hasn't been a problem because you can just bang through games nice and quick. Now you got to go to practice to earn your badges. It is a big grind if you don't want to drop any money on this.
My thing with my career is I don't mind that stuff. I think it's cool they've got all this extra stuff in.
It forces you to do it.
Yeah, it does force you a bit. But the thing is that you can't progress without skipping it all. You either have to do everything, or what I did, because I did that I played about 20 games of my first season, and I did a lot of the endorsements, all the trainings and stuff. I didn't want to skip them. I did most of them. I did most of the stuff, and I'm like, damn, I've put in hours here. I'm not even halfway through my first year. I want to progress. So I ended up skipping, and I skipped the rest of my first year because I want to get better and do more stuff in my career, not rather than just. And then there's nothing there. It skips everything. It skips. And then you get to the end of the season and you start a new one. It's nothing happened.
They pack so much into the first year, and then it just drops.
I think following what Jake said, it's not my career in any sense of the word because it's not yours because they're telling you the narrative for you.
Yeah.
And it's not a career. It's
May as
your
well
first
just call
season.
it Prez career or something.
Yeah, not even a career.
I don't
it's
give
1
a
year.
fuck about Prez. Let me choose
Yeah.
a stupid nickname for the dude. I don't give a shit.
The thing that annoyed me the most, I don't know why, was the game early on forces you to get a girlfriend.
Oh,
And then-
no, it does not.
Apart from Rob, apparently he didn't get a girlfriend.
Okay, just for those who don't know what we're talking about, if you bomb college enough, you never meet your girlfriend. You just shoot around with your college teammate. You just shoot around with him and practice when you're doing bad enough. Because it's oh man, don't have time for none of that shit. I need to practice.
So I got the girlfriend, sat through 4 incredibly cringy cutscenes, and then randomly one day she's just I don't think it's working. I haven't heard about it. What? I'm in Baldwin, and you just come in with this. Oh, it's not working. You chose to date an NBA player. It just threw me off because I never chose to have a girlfriend, and now she's leaving me. What was the point of even putting her in the game in the first place?
I think the most unnecessary thing about my career that really made me stop wanting to play it is that I want to skip forward. I want to sim a week. I'm happy not playing those games, right? Because I want to do my endorsement deal here. I want to hang out with Karl Anthony Towns or do whatever.
But you have to skip to a game.
You have to skip to a game and play it. Why is it that I have to play a game directly before the thing? Why can't I just skip to my event? And then what I did was I'll just play the game, and I'll start it and then I'll sim to the end because it'll just
And
simulate
nope,
it.
that skips straight
It
to the
skips-
next game again.
It skips like 3 or 4 days. It's like
Weird.
it's
Yeah.
completely not unnecessary, in my opinion. I don't know why they put it in where you have to play the game before another event. Like, I'm happy just to skip to this. Why do I have to play the game? You know, I can't play 80 games of my career for every single season. I want to get through my career. Like,
Yeah.
it's my
Is that a
career.
challenge?
I want to get through the whole thing.
I think it would be.
It's not a challenge. Rob. Don't do that.
It'd be really interesting to see how many people like retire and like
Yeah.
have a full career.
Yeah,
in the
rather
game
than,
mode.
rather than the next 2K's coming out, better retire my player.
Yeah, like
Let's see what
how
happens.
many? I personally have never played a full career. Like I've gotten like 3-4 seasons.
Yeah,
in,
3-4 is the furthest
I've
I've
gotten 6 in on 2K14 on PC, I think, with Darrell.
Yeah.
Darrell Banks I created him in 2K12 and I've like just brought him with me ever since.
Yeah.
And I keep making him. He's a small forward.
Ripped her up.
Yeah. No, well, I don't feel comfortable making him anymore because like when I started making him, it
You
was
don't-
his story. Like
You don't want to do Darrell dirty like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
and then 2K decided no, you're gonna
Yeah.
play our story.
now Darrell's prez and he does all this shit and I'm like, nah, man, he just goes pick 3 to the Wizards and does his best. That's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just like I want to play a game where like I have like a full career out of it, not just
Yeah.
the 20 games I've only played this. I'm not going to go back to my career.
Yeah, because
It's
all
like,
of it,
there's no point.
and all of it is in service of you want to level up enough to play in the park. That's what they.
Yeah.
That's the like sort of the tunnel they sort of push you down. I
Yeah,
think.
which it's like you have this game mode where it's like there's a storyline to it and stuff,
Yeah.
but they want you to play.
And like my park's cool. We played a lot of that in 2K14, but
I think my park is a very good game
Yeah.
mode. Like, but why
not the
isn't
only
there a
thing.
separate mode where you can just create the player you want to play as,
And
like,
then
yeah.
build it up like that.
and like
exactly.
be a 99 monster who dominates the NBA?
yeah,
like,
you
why
got
can't I
everything,
do
and
that?
like that's like yeah, I wouldn't want to play them online, but like I feel like you can do both of those things.
Same, like,
Yeah.
that's why I really miss something like creating a legend. Like
Yeah.
that's such a fun game mode. Just pick a rookie, and then you can do it with that.
The best thing I can do to replicate that is just create a player within the create a player thing, then
And put them on a
Start
team
in my
in a
league,
my league. Yep.
and then just player
Yeah.
lock them, and just that's
Yeah.
my career. Like that's what I do.
That's not bad.
I just player lock as people because
Yeah.
my career I don't like it at all.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have to like work your
I
way
shouldn't
around.
have to cheese
2K.
the game
Yeah.
to make my career mode.
Yeah,
Like,
you shouldn't have to basically like build your own game in 2K because they won't give you what you
'Cause they
want,
won't
sort of
let
thing. Like, and even though like they sort of like, oh, here's what you want, and you're like, no, it's really not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think ditch the story. Oh, like a little. I don't know. Like,
I think for me, what I'd want is I don't mind like little vignettes of story. I don't mind bits and pieces, but
2K14 had it pretty good.
yeah,
2K14 was the game where, you know, it was about your guy, but you also had like your cutscenes where you'd have other players on your team playing a prank on you or something. Or
Yeah.
you go out with your teammates, do this or do that. And it's like, okay, that's cool. Can we just get a few more of these cutscenes, you know, expand on it a little bit?
cutscenes based on how you're playing and what you're doing.
I
what
don't.
I'd want more.
I don't mind the idea of having like cutscenes based around like a rival system.
Yeah,
Where like you and some guy enter the league and you're like rivals. Like I think that's cool. Like with
The whole Jackson Ellis thing.
Jackson
That was cool.
Ellis. Yeah.
did you guys play Shadow of Mordor?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What if
I
they
played-
did, like you know the rival system in that where
Oh yeah.
random orcs pop up and like they keep showing up and they do all that sort of thing?
Oh yeah.
Why couldn't?
Yeah, why can't,
Okay,
why,
I
why
can't
can't you
be
skill
implemented.
players on the Wizards and then another guy will come into
No.
the league and he's your new rival?
I know what you
Infiltrate
mean,
the head coach of
Yeah.
the Heat.
I know what you mean. Though. It's like,
So,
like,
sorry,
remember the time-
Spo, but you go on.
Remember the time you dropped 40 on LeBron? It's like next
Yeah.
game is going to be
The
like,
the
hey,
game remembers that.
I remember you did that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go hard at you this game. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's possible, but that'd be cool.
They have that in the My League.
Oh, they do?
They have some like
There's a
little
rivalry system. I don't know how it
system
works. Oh,
that
that's
is
cool.
not fleshed out at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just
But you get
So you
slap,
can-
and
the
you
idea-
get people tweet at each other, and it's like
Yeah.
you've got the basics there. Just
Yeah,
expand
but
on it.
yeah, flesh that out instead of doing it like your linear story all the time. Maybe.
one thing. Yeah, they do is you have a big rivalry with someone.
man.
Fuck, man. Where
Alright.
something they do.
Alright, Jake, you have the floor. You say whatever you want. Don't listen to Rob.
Please don't.
Is
Please
it's
don't
cool
do it
because
on
like
the
say it's a Celtics Lakers game and it's just a regular season game, but your rivalry is at like 100%, so
Yeah.
like the crowd will be more amped.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
that'd
That's
be
And
pretty
cool.
like you know that's something cool, but like
Yeah. Do we want to go into my GM, my league for a bit?
Yeah, let's talk
Yeah,
about
why
that for a
not?
little bit.
Alright. So we are at 34 minutes.
So just we'll go
Needs to be a
through
long
my
one.
GM, my league real quick because there's not a ton to talk about.
We all
Yeah.
like my league and my GM though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my league we
yeah.
play a fair bit of. My GM I didn't do much of because
I
don't
like
know,
the
I find it
idea
too
that
constricting.
you're more in, like you talk to your players more and you're
My
more
GM?
like,
Yeah.
like you're more like you're actually a general manager talking to
I
players. and
prefer, I
working
prefer
stuff out.
my GM.
But it is slow.
And you can't
Boy,
customize
it's slow.
anything.
Yeah, like even the loading times, like you're like, oh, you're going to talk to Carl Anthony Towns, say,
Oh, cool.
let's sit here for 30
I've
seconds.
seen every game on. It's 45 minutes in, and I'm just getting through my first season.
Yeah.
They added league expansion to
Yeah.
both of those, which is where you can put new teams on. But like, honestly, that should have been in the game
Yeah.
a long time ago. Like,
I think
it's not
Yeah.
this year that they've just thought, oh yeah,
League
what a
expansion.
change!
Yeah.
Shit,
We can do that. Like, it's good they've got it, but it's
You
something
can't-
that should have been.
You can't use that as a selling point for these modes when they've added nothing else in them. You basically get the new rosters and league
Yeah.
expansion, and that's all that
Yeah.
I found
Like-
new.
Yeah.
They are at the start of the game when it came out. They didn't have the old settings you used to have, like for your rotation settings and that. Like, I want this guy to be my primary scorer,
Yeah.
this guy second,
Point of emphasis.
and that like their points of emphasis. They didn't have that at the start. They've patched it in now after getting completely hated from the entire community. They've patched it in, so it's good. But the community shouldn't have to be spamming them with hate
And
just to
it's
get these things
basic
that they've
features in.
always had.
Yeah, unnecessarily taken out.
Yeah,
no
definitely.
reason to take it.
I can't get behind these modes when I've done it before.
Yeah.
I've
so
played-
many
yeah.
times.
I played a fair bit of my league with the expansion team. I made my Vancouver Ravens. We were
Yeah.
an expansion team. It was pretty fun. Like you entered the draft, and Jamal Murray was my
Yeah.
Your boy.
franchise player, and eventually we drafted a really good guy and stuff. It was interesting to do, but like there's just
It just doesn't change enough year to year.
exactly it's just the same
So
as if you took a
this
normal
was-
team.
If this was like the only mode you played, you got to ask yourself, is it worth getting 2K again? Like,
Yeah.
I can easily just
Go back
create
to
new
2K16.
draft class,
Yeah.
add these players in. It's
And-
not that hard.
And do not think that those sliders at the start of the mode do anything. I've done multiple tests.
Yeah.
Putting all the sliders up, down, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's just padding. It's there to make it look like you've changed
Yeah,
or
it's-
you put something in new, and it's the same thing. It's the same mode.
Like, you
since
put trade
2K11.
difficulty and all that, you put that max, and you still can cheese the CPU.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been playing the same association mode since 2K11, pretty much. Just
Yeah.
with a new
Hasn't
roster,
changed much.
just with a new roster each year.
Yeah.
And I almost think that like we keep saying it's the same and stuff, but my GM and my league are the modes I have the least animosity towards.
Oh, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, it's the same, but that's also a good thing because
Yeah.
if you find the winning formula, stick with it.
Yeah.
But it's also then, do I need to buy an updated version?
Yeah,
of it?
exactly. But I just think like 2K spent the least time working on this, obviously,
Yeah.
and it's still like my favorite
One of
mode.
the
Like I
best
always think
ones.
like when 2K stop meddling, like they actually do it right. It's just like because they keep messing around with my career and like they always have good ideas and stuff. Like I agree with Matt. I like the idea of training and stuff because there's more to being a basketball player than just playing NBA games. So I don't mind that. But I just think like they just fail to flesh them out year after year. They just they have good ideas and just execute them poorly.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
like my gym, my league, they added one thing. It works pretty well. Like Matt, you said you enjoyed it. You thought it was
Yeah,
fun to
for
play as the
a bit,
Ravens. Like even if it's like not a massive thing, at least it's like this small thing they've added fits in well. It works properly. Like maybe for 2K, they literally just have to stop trying to do too much and just like maybe focus on other things than making whatever their my career plans are.
If
Yeah.
you have never played the mode and you like NBA and
You
basketball,
are-
you go
Yeah.
into 2K, you'll have a blast with that mode.
Yeah.
Like,
That's how I reckon Matt and I learned like what the NBA was probably through
Probably
playing
through 2K, yeah.
Definitely.
my league and
2K11,
stuff. Yeah.
just playing 2K was what really got me back into basketball because I always liked basketball. Basketball's great, but the NBA, I was sort of like, yeah, cool, these guys, they're good at the game, you know. It's fun to watch, but you're not really invested. But then
Yeah.
you learn all the players' names through association, this and that.
Yeah,
and
through the
you just,
rosters.
Yeah.
you know, it gets you really into it.
Yeah. Well, I think
how many people would be working on that mode? Like, I just like there's no.
There's probably 4 guys working in a room about this big.
4 dudes in that
Do you
cat.
think 2K ever go into their meeting rooms and say, oh yeah, let's work on an association mode in
Yeah.
my gym this year? Like, no, it's my
Yeah.
career and my team.
Yeah.
It's all
it's-
their focus.
Well, that's where they make
Where
their
they
money.
can make their money.
They just walk into their meetings and they're like, okay, what cheesy name can we give our my player this year?
Yeah.
Oh, we've had freak, we've had press. Oh, come on, guys, we can get something good.
The
Like,
surgeon. Doctor.
exactly.
Yeah, it could be Insider Scoop, The Surgeon,
Can't
2018.
Can't wait to 2K18 vice press. Let's go.
Vice pres. Secretary of State.
I'm like, I think I don't know how exactly you fix this, but I've really find that, you know, you go through like if you watch the NBA and you go through a season and then the playoffs come and everything picks up and everything's crazy intense and every game matters so much, and you play My League and it's like sim game.
They're all the
1-0,
exact. They're all
sim
the
game
exact.
1-1, sim game 2-1, and it's just like, even if you do it like I do simcast sometimes, and
Simcast is like,
you like, is it like a live update of the scores and stuff?
Yeah.
And so if it's a close game, you can slow it down or you can jump in.
You can watch like play by play, like where the players are and where the ball's moving and stuff, but it's like they're just like little dots on a map.
Yeah, you can do that one too. But like it's just like there's no significance of the playoffs, and you get knocked out. It's like you're knocked out.
Surely they can do something with the menus, even just like a little bit of a change here. Or this and
just
that.
make it seem a bit more
even
significant.
a little thing that just gets you like, it's like, oh, that's cool, that's new, that like, oh, that's a different colour. You got half the menu, one of the team's colours, half the other.
Something like that.
It's just a little thing.
Just remind you,
that.
like, yeah, you're in a battle with this other team.
Exactly.
And I think that's what my GM should be pushing towards. Is like, My League maybe is just like, here's a simulation of what's actually happening. We're not going to put any flavour into it. But my GM should literally be this. Like, I've met all these players, I've talked to them. I am part of this team. I really care about them winning. I want to see flavour stuff happening.
It's not like they don't try to do it, because you play my GM. We're coming up against Blake Griffin, one of the best power forwards in the league. Do you want to change your lineup? Okay, that's all we get. That's the only sort of thing you get.
No, we played him 2 weeks ago, and I said the same thing.
Exactly.
The setup is fine because we said it at the start of the season.
And sometimes the simming is weird, like when the Magic win the premiership in the second year. It's like,
Premiership.
Cool.
We just went AFL.
Confirmed.
Someone passed me a VB.
Ibaka should have won the 2012 round, though. Whatever year it was.
just like some of the simulation playoff things.
Which can be funny.
It's
funny, but it's frustrating.
It's funny is when you care about your team and they get knocked out in the first round.
It's
My
funny
team was
until
better
it's
than
just
the team
like,
that won.
Yeah, it's funny. It's just like, why are the Sixers in the conference finals the first year in the league?
Sixers
Why are the
so
Sixers
good.
there?
They
Because
make playoffs every time. It's like some of their team, they just get it wrong.
Yeah,
It's
and
like-
like it's not like it's a rare thing that happens. You're like, oh well, like sometimes you'll get knocked out consecutive years by teams that are worse than you, and you're like, I don't know what to do.
Even in the first year sim, of course they must have played My League time like before they released it.
Yeah,
And then you see like the Sixers, like you were saying, they win like 40 games in the first year every single time.
Yeah.
It's like,
did you guys
surely
not
they
balance
can
this?
they can figure it out so that it doesn't happen every time.
Do we want to bounce to my team?
My team? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Matt and I have a vague idea.
You guys probably don't
Matt
have,
has
you don't have
no-
much idea. Me and Jake do know a lot about what's been going on.
Yeah.
Do you want to get it started, Jake?
The 2K community is in turmoil, basically, right now.
What's going on?
It's been in turmoil for years, but it's at an absolute boiling point right now.
Now it is absolutely disgusting about what's happening.
Hashtag free Alex Cat.
So basically, what YouTubers do on YouTube, I guess. They'll play.
really?
A YouTuber will play another YouTuber for the in-game currency of my team.
Yeah.
Which are my team points, right? And that's called a wager. So let's say I wager you for 100,000 my team coins.
Sure.
Yeah. You win. You get your coins. Oh, 2K finds out, banned.
Yeah, but
What for?
it's the way that you do it that's like the part where that's why they ban you. So Jake said yesterday that apparently the way you do it is you put up a bad player, poorly rated player for like 100,000, and you make like and the other person will buy it. So it's basically like they've given you 100,000 when it wasn't worth 100,000 coins.
Right.
Because there's no system.
because-
There's
So
no
there's no
system
gambling
in-game.
system in the
Because you
No.
cannot
Right.
just set up a wager in the game,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
should be in the game. You should be able to go to some player and be like, hey, let's play for 50k. Bang, that's the game.
Yeah.
You cannot do that. Why is that not in the game? Why have the players
People
have
can do
to
it in FIFA. EA has no problems with that, and EA is very money hungry as well.
Yeah.
And EA don't go around
But what
banning
do
their
2K
biggest
do?
community members
They ban you.
Right.
So
because they say you're buying money from outside source, even though they have no proof of this. Just because someone's bought your scrub player for 100k, they assume you've bought them. They don't know anything to do with the story, and then they're saying Then you ask, oh, why did I get banned? And then you get good old Ronnie 2K saying, you know what you did. We don't take kindly to cheaters.
I cannot take a community manager seriously when he responds to a YouTuber who makes their living off of 2K, asking what they have done, and then getting a response of, you know what you did, hashtag banhammer.
Yeah.
Are you a child? Are you a child? Like
it's like a legit question.
this is
It's not
someone's
like-
livelihood.
Yeah.
They pay their bills off your game. They promote your game
And
on their channel.
If that guy's the community manager, he knows the big YouTubers, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You can't just not be paying attention to that.
It is.
And I'm assuming the guy Jake's talking about is LSK, and he made a video talking about, okay, I think this is what I've done wrong. I admit this was a mistake, you know. I did this, but then he also goes to say that, you know, he regrets it. He, you know, didn't even think twice about it. He just did this and that. And
Was he one of the ones who wagered, or?
Yes, and he bought a VC account,
Yeah.
which is where you buy someone's account to open packs for your YouTube channel. The kid still gets all the cards, but it's for your YouTube.
It's basically like filming someone else.
Just being
opening
like,
packs.
hey man,
filming on someone else's account.
Yeah.
Let me throw
But
some
using
numbers.
those
Let me
VCs.
throw some numbers
Go
at
for
you
it.
guys.
That's man.
$150. Is that a lot of money to you guys? Like, if
Uh,
someone took $150 from you right now,
This is,
would you be upset?
Australian
Are you
dollars.
annoyed?
Oh yeah, well you get 400,000 VC for that.
400,000 VC.
You know how many
How
packs
much
that
is
is? Not many. That's a couple of boxes.
Yeah, I'd like to talk
how
about
many in a
that.
box?
I'd like to talk
20,
about the
20 packs in a box.
the packs
But
Okay.
are a disgrace this year.
they are so expensive.
The
Yeah.
fact that last year you were pulling gold players rated 89, and this year you have three new color tiers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emerald, Sapphire, and
So
Ruby.
they've always been these colours, but they've changed what dignifies what colour tier.
So basically, if you get an Emerald, a Sapphire, or a Ruby, you're getting someone rated 80
From
plus.
80, from 81 to 89.
But the thing is, you were getting that last year in a gold player.
Right.
But now, because you got the new color, you sort of like, oh yeah, I'm getting something good. No, you're getting something worse than last year. They just slapped a new color on.
And-
It is a scam.
And it's so expensive on the market
Exactly,
too.
So that basically they've added more cards, so you have to keep getting more cards to get those higher
To
levels.
get the better cards. and you
Because
have
there's
to keep
now
spending,
more cards to possibly get.
If you want to be getting diamond players, you realistically have to be spending lots of money out of pocket.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of money.
I think the packs are a legitimate scam.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot
Yeah.
get behind the packs at all.
Especially the fact that virtual currency has no worth whatsoever. Ever. Like they
virtual.
make it's virtual currency. They make they don't have to give any of the money to anything or whatever or
true.
account for that
Yeah,
in
there's no
sales. or
overhead
that.
producing.
It is just
Yeah.
like exactly they turn every cent is turned over and back into whatever they do.
What really sucks is I think my team could be my favorite mode.
Yeah.
in
I love
2K.
it so
Yeah,
much.
Rob, you've
But-
actually played it. Maybe you should go through
Like
what it is.
I've finished Domination. I'm on to Historic Domination. It's fun and all. Gauntlet, it's okay. And it's just like, and then you hit you're playing online, and it's it's fun enough. But then, how's it fun when I've grinded so hard and I've got a solid team, no fantastic team. Then you play teams with guys who've got all these 90 rated players because they've spent all this money on it, and it's just like, I'll never get that. Like I might get 3 players over 90 during the whole year,
I think
and that's just from
yeah.
genuine grind.
The
But
mode-
if I don't buy it,
the
you're
mode
fucked.
is literally pay to win.
Yeah.
Like, and you pay to win, but it's a chance.
Did we say what the mode actually is? Basically, it's like
It's the same as your ultimate team in FIFA or that.
you build
where
you open
you
packs
build
of cards and build a team based on the cards you got.
Which is such a good idea for basketball. Works so well at its core. Like
Yeah.
the teams and the different versions of players they release are all really
2K14 had it. 2K14 was the perfect formula. It was good for the business and it was good for the players. Like, I don't know none of you played 2K14 on PS4, so none of you would know. So how it has was there was every team.
What long did we play together? 15?
15.
15.
We played lots
Yeah,
of 15.
it was
Alright,
15.
sorry, I said 14 earlier, but I
Yeah,
think
I corrected
that's the
you.
one.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, did
So-
you?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
So 2K14, every team had a pack that were what? Depending on how good the team was how expensive the pack was, which is how it should be. And if you just wanted, okay, I really want to get Derrick Rose when he was on the Bulls, you just keep opening the Bulls packs till you get him. Like, again, it's still, you've got to have the coins and that, but it was a lot cheaper then. And you could just specifically target, you're going to get one of 13 different players here. You might get him, you might not, At least you've got the chance. But now it's like, you can buy a league pack. Okay, so I really want this one guy. Oh, but, now he's in a pool of, over 1,000 players.
Yeah.
Wow, you're never getting the guy
just-
you want.
Unless you buy a ton of packs.
Yeah, the fact that external sites exist where you can buy the coins off,
Yeah.
because 2K is so goddamn expensive.
Yeah.
people go to these coin sites and they get
you
banned.
you see people going to the coin sites. It shows people are clearly willing to pay money.
Yeah, they want to play your mode.
They want to play your mode. They are willing to spend their own out-of-pocket money on your mode. But the fact that like 2K made it ridiculously expensive means that these people can't play their mode without going bankrupt.
Yeah, I think it's a joke that day one of the game, people can have a God squad in my team and a 99 player in the My Park. Just by spending money, and you go in there being like, hey, let's try this game mode out and so on, because with my team there's no lineup restrictions this year, so as soon as you jump in you can be playing,
you can be a team full of bronze playing,
because team restrictions were like you could only have
you could have
players
all bronzes and 1 silver in the first tier, then 3 golds and the rest whatever.
That would make so much more sense. Why would they take that out?
Because now it's sort of just like you play people that are in the same tier, but no one has restrictions.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it just.
I just, with all these things, like, I can't get behind 2K. I will not be buying 2K next year.
And I think, the big point...
The only thing that will get me to buy 2K next year will be if Ronnie 2K gets fired. Hashtag fire Ronnie.
I think the big thing for me is just, like, I would love it if EA could come back with an NBA Live game. Not because I particularly care what NBA Live's doing.
But 2K need a competitor because they run the market. Yeah. They can do whatever they want.
And, like, they're not doing anything good. Like, obviously there is... Like, 2K is a bit of a mess. They don't really know what to improve on, so they just change random stuff. And they get the money anyway because they have no competition.
Yeah.
And if you know, NBA Live comes back, and it doesn't have to be as good as 2K, like, in every area.
But it has to be good enough to worry 2K enough.
And it has to, like, take away some of their money, so they're like, oh, yeah, we actually have to put out a good game because... Like NBA Live, NBA Elite, NBA, whatever they're calling it. Is that coming out next year, I think?
No idea. It's been coming out next year for fun.
Yeah. But like that's the problem. Like I just want them to get something out there, so it's like just so 2K doesn't 2K can't just like mess around and make these like obviously like messed up economies in the game.
Exactly.
And then like because that way like can you imagine NBA Live would have a feast if they were like our ultimate team is just like, you can buy packs but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? Like, I imagine a lot of people would buy on that alone. People who like my team.
Even if like you can buy the player you want.
Yeah, just like
different level.
There's so many different ways that they could like take shots at 2K because right now 2K is in a state where they're not exactly like
they're very vulnerable.
Yeah,
like, they could be taken down.
Yeah.
Maybe we should make an NBA franchise game.
Oh my god, we'll get with the basketball GM guy. Yeah. Do you guys have any other thoughts? On 2K, I think we've talked for a while, so I don't know if there's much else to discuss.
At this point, I feel like we're just kicking a dead horse if we talk about it more. Like,
I'm just like,
2K, we love you, but what the fuck are you doing?
It's like a sick relative. Like you're like, oh man, I'm really worried about it.
I'm just hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt that my favorite series is fallen.
You just feel betrayed by them.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like they don't care.
We put their faith in them every year, and they just keep, stabbing us in the back over and over again.
Yeah. Do you guys want to talk about any other games before we finish up? It's pretty hot in here, so I can't imagine we would.
Not really. I think that's enough for this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I finished Dishonored 2.
Yeah. Are you gonna write anything about Dishonored 2?
Yes.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, hopefully we'll see that.
just quick. Watch Dogs is great. Assassin's Creed, it's good.
Yep. I finished Dragon Quest, which I like.
Matt, did you get a game yet?
I've started playing Mafia 3, which is really cool.
Yeah, I think we just lent him games instead. We were just like, Matt, you have to have something.
Yeah, we've chucked about 4 games at Matt, and he can just get to them when he gets to them.
Yeah. Steven got an Xbox.
Right.
Yeah, I got an Xbox One for some reason. Playing Halo on that.
Scam.
Girlfriend's playing Skyrim on that, so been watching that a bit. Yeah.
Must be nice not playing Bleak Falls Barrier.
Oh, she had to go back to it like a few times because she couldn't get the saving system. So she kept going back and like she'd die later and be back there and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, and like because I didn't realize at the time because I thought she was just dying in one bit. But oh well. Yeah. Oh well.
We went to
Yeah, I told her about quick saving and it's all good now. Yeah. What else do I have to say? We've got a post up about a game I found. We will have a post up. We don't have it now. It's called Centrelink Simulator. It's free. I would recommend it. It's good. 5 minutes. I forgot to mention last week. We had a guest contributor, Nick Negropontis. He wrote something about Pokemon.
Yeah.
Before Sun Moon, he wrote about his list of his favorite, or like what was it like ranking
the generations.
A ranking of the Pokemon generations before Sun and Moon. You can find him at Nick Negropontis on Twitter. he does like a ton of sports stuff.
He does lots of stuff.
Like he's on
lots
like,
of wrestling as well.
Yeah, he's on wrestling podcast. He does like a wrestling blog, I think.
Oh, I wonder what his takes about Survivor Series were.
He was tweeting about it today, so you could probably find them.
Let's go.
I'll
Also,
link.
he loves
2-minute main
Pokemon.
event.
Yeah.
He's I think he's finished it, and he was showing me that
Oh my
he
God.
he caught one of the legendaries with a Pokeball.
Oh.
Which is hacks.
Well, yeah, check his stuff out. I'll link it in the episode notes.
Love
Also, I have an admission to make, guys. Last week I asked for questions at our email address, but I realised that I got the email address wrong last week.
So I missed all that questions.
So we're not ignoring you. S Ren just gave you the right.
So my
Sorry
theory
to
is
the thousands
that no
of
one
you.
listens this far into the podcast, so no one actually knows
Which
to
is
send us
quite
questions.
possible.
That is possible, but it's also possible that we got hundreds, and it's just no. So our real email address is therostermail@gmail.com, not just rostermail.
Yeah.
Yep. You can visit us at the-roster.net for our articles, podcasts, probably not much else at this point. Who knows? Yeah. We'll
Maybe
put
I'll
some stuff
start
up.
posting a meme of the week.
Meme of the week.
Yeah. And fuck Josh Smith.
Josh Smith is a great player. You leave him alone. He tries his best.
He does try his best.
He did
I think.
when he's in China.
Is he in China now?
Yeah.
Damn. How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, he called him mighty. Confirmed he thinks Josh Smith is mighty. Let's go.
At roster.net on Facebook, at roster tweets on Twitter. Thank you for following us for 56 minutes or so. It's been a long one.
We
So
got
thank you for
56.
listening if you have. Yeah, no one's listening at this point. But I mean, thanks to me for editing it tomorrow.
Good work.
When I listen to this, I'm not going to listen to this bit either because I've worked out a faster way of editing where I'm not going to listen to the whole thing. I'll just listen to the bits where
That
we
does make sense.
point out to cut them. Yeah. Thank you for listening. If you have been, we'll see you next week.
Free LSK.
We got the spa going.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
It's just a Spargo cold.
I don't know.